commitment, right? Commitment to the vision of the business, right? Because again, if there's no vision, there's no plan to the business, and also doggedness, because again, the economy that we are, it's not that friendly. It will shake you here, it will shake you there. But again, where you are committed to the vision or to the mission statement of the business, right? And so I think those are the things that literally driven me, and also driven the organization to empower businesses, right? Empower and also their business processes, how we can empower business processes, right? Automating their processes, right, as a business, right? So that they can be able to function efficiently and effectively. Okay, so one of the things we've been able to achieve so far, among our successes that we've got, is that we are a business that's kind of strong in trainings, right? And again, the Nigerian system, or the kind of that we find ourselves, the system that we find ourselves, where a lot of young individuals, Nigerian youths, most of them are not tech savvy, right? So one of the things we do as a business is to ensure that awareness, right, is out there. People understand. When they hear the word like AI, a lot of people hear AI. Okay, what is AI all about? Right, artificial intelligence. We're talking about blockchain, cryptocurrencies, right? So we are strong. One of the achievements we've done, we've done as a business, is to bring that awareness, right, into the society, most especially with the whole idea of TCInnovate Technologies Ltd actually started when I traveled down to Abuja for a digital economy event hosted by I think the previous government, the late President Muhammad Buhari. I think one of the ministers was Mr. Ekwemuka, if I'm correct. Right, so there's an event that was hosted at the International Conference Center, Abuja. We actually traveled to. So I met some friends there, right? And one of the friends I met was a guy from the north. His name is Adnan Baini. Right, so we exchanged contact, and when I came back to Lagos, I said, why don't you start your own tech business, right? So you have the years of experience, you have some good quality networks, right, you could start with. So I said, okay. It actually took about 2 to 3 weeks, before it resonated within my spirit, right? So I sat and I called a friend of mine. I said, why don't we work together to start, something that we can call our own? Right, and again, I've always not been someone that just wait for at the end of the month for get salary changes. Right, all the years I've worked, I always try to understand business processes, right, from the HR department to the admin to the procurement, right. So how it's worked, just like the supply chain of business. Right? So I started and said, okay, let's work together, and that's how we started. We started the business. And from there, we worked with the company's public accounts, and from there, we started some partnerships. Yeah, so that's how we started. Yeah, so I would say again, as a striving and a growing business, right? I would say it has not actually been easy, because again, the market is actually saturated. So you have people who have been in the system for about 50 years, comparing to you that you just had less than 5 years, right? So one of the things that I've actually kept us going is our integrity, right? Integrity in business, because again, for us, we believe that if your customer trusts you, right, they will do business with you over and over again, right? So one of the things that have kept us in business is our integrity. Right? So when we tell our customer, we can deliver this at a certain number of days, right? They know that if it's TCInnovate, take their word to the bank, right? So that's one of the things that I actually stand for. Integrity and trust. TCInnovate Technologies Ltd is an IT solutions providing company, right? Well registered, corporate affairs solution in Nigeria. So our services actually across IT infrastructure management, right? Cyber security, right? Web design and software development, right? And also IT consulting. So what that means is, so for people who are maybe like outside the country, right, who are trying to kind of get their foot in the Nigerian market, right, or even in the West African market, right, to consult for businesses like that, right, based on our expertise, right, and also we do what we call manage and outsource services. So what it means is that maybe we don't, as a business, maybe we don't have like the skill set or the manpower in-house, right? We outsource this part of the business to us, and we manage the whole projects for them end-to-end for their clients. That's part of the service. We are unique in our sense that, again, when you check our core values, that are just four major keys: empathy, love, trust, and integrity. You understand? You've seen people that they just collect contract, at the end they just don't put, or they don't deliver one little ticket. And I tell my clients that we don't just sell because we want to sell. We sell because we want to see our clients happy. Right? Because the success and also the happiness of our clients is our own fulfillment as business. So, yeah. One of the things that actually gives TCInnovate, right, is one, we have strong hands in-house. When it comes to our technical team, we're very strong guys, right? And when it comes to the operation itself, we are very strong hands. So again, I could say when it comes to TCInnovate, if you handle your projects, just go to bed with 2 eyes closed. Yeah, we're sure that we deliver optimal results. The sector we kind of manage for now, right? Sectors around the exercise, right? The financial industry, the microfinance banks, right? Also, the healthcare, the education, right? Both in the public schools and also the universities, right? And also, organizations in the logistics, and business. Yeah, and so that's like the major sectors we are pushing. Our company's plan for the future, again, we are less than 5 years, right, in the Nigerian space. Right, so the plan for the future is to see how we can, cross borders. So what I mean by cross borders, to see how we can penetrate into the West African markets. Right, leveraging again on the successes and the wins so far, and also leveraging on the networks and relationships we with people over these years. Right, so it's to get into the West African markets. So one thing, right, I would say, keep out anything known as procrastination, right? Because again, procrastination is the killer of destiny, the killer of time, right? One of the things that actually helped us to start the year we started was because I decided and said no, TCInnovate will come into fruition, right, in that year we started, right? And again, because there are a lot of things that would have move those idea into the other year. But we said, let's start something, right? So if you are a young individual, right, that are looking at starting a tech business, one is to remove anything that's with procrastination. 2, you have to be true to your word, right? Like I said, your customer should be able to have a level of trust, right, with you as a person before with your business, because you have to. In fact, for now, as the CEO of the business, I'm the number 1 salesperson. Right, because I'm out there selling the products, right? So if people don't feel comfortable with me, right, as the number 1 salesperson, right, definitely they can't do business with the organization. So as a person, you have to remove anything else with procrastination, right? You have to have a high level of integrity as an individual. Thirdly, you have to again just have to get up in the comfort zone, because the juices, right, won't come to you sitting in the house expecting manna to just fall from heaven, right? So most times you just have to get your hands dirty. So when I mean get your hands dirty, it's to just look for how you can maybe going for events, right, going for seminars, trying to get those connections, right? Because again, and also speaking to friends and families, because those are people that will be your first clients. You understand? So with that, I believe again, there's not like a manual. People will tell you do this, do that, right? I think when it comes to business, I do tell people just start, right? Have God at the back of your mind, right? Let God be the focal point, right? And God again will give direction to you and also how to make this business. We are actually open as a business to collaborations, because again, as a business, when you want to upscale, right, you need the hands of 1 and 2, and to upscale. Definitely, we're actually open to collaborations to businesses who are ready to collaborate with us. Right? We are definitely visit our website www.TCInnovate.net, right? And then there are phone numbers there that you can always reach out to, right? The support email is there, the sales email is there, you can always reach out to. I would say as a business, right, I've worked closely with most of the OEMs in the past, right? OEMs like IBM, Dell, HP, and those OEMs are people who are kind of strong on when it comes to trainings, right? So as a business, we also say that we've gotten some experience, right? And again, the people who work with us, right, as a team, also needs to have the best training on them. Because again, I do tell people, the better you know, the more you deliver. Right, because if you don't know, you don't have the capacity to deliver, right? And again, like I said, it's training, and the training is something that's stronger. In fact, the team point is even kind of ongoing in particular training, one of our OEM's trainings, known as Caspasi, right? They're actually ongoing these trainings to better, also recruit and manage. So we are kind of strong trainings. Great. Again, let's say pre-pandemic, right? When it comes to the Nigerian market, a lot of business did not know that they can operate, either remotely or hybrid. I tell people, for me, that's one of the greatest gifts the pandemic brought, because it actually opened, the eyes of business that, we can actually work remotely or hybrid, and by that, trying to cut the overhead cost, right? And again, for the power supply you said, and that is why as a business, for now we operate remotely, right? So we are not kind of concerned of maybe diesel, fuel, or anything, right? Our team will connect, from various places that they are, right? Various places, right? The states that they are in Nigeria, we connect remotely. For us, right, we don't just want to sell because we want to sell. Like I said, the market is actually saturated, right? And we don't just want to be part of people who sell IT solutions, right? We want to be reckoned as a business that is one, keen on integrity, keen on trust, right? If you give us a business, a project, right, and we are sure that we can't deliver, we'll tell you we can't deliver, right? We make it known to you at the first meeting of first instance, right, that we can't deliver this product. Instead of also wasting your time and also wasting our own time and also lying to ourselves, right? So integrity key, trust, right, for us as a business. It's something we don't joke with, right, as a business. And again, most of the partners we will work with as a business, in fact, IBM, it's a strong OEM that kill on integrity. There's even a training that IBM does for partners like us. It's known as IBM integrity test. Right? So for businesses, you have to be sure and pass that test, for you to continue to be a partner, to IBM. So again, if the OEM to work with are kind of keen on that, why not as business partner also keen on that too? So for TCInnovate, again, we're a fast-growing organization, right? We have, professionals, right? When it comes to deployment, right? When it comes to handling your IT infrastructure from end to end, right? When it comes to we manage our tool services. So when we do it, we have no cost for alarm, right? We have good hands on ground, from the admin, to the procurement, to the operations, to the technical department. In fact, down to even our growth team, right? We have great hands, and again, we actually open to collaborations, right? And we're sure that when you come collaborate with us, definitely you'll be a great result. First, Joshua is a lover of God, right? Also, Joshua is a happily married man, to a beautiful wife and a beautiful daughter, right? Joshua actually started his career as a salesperson, right, by organization, right? And from there he actually moved into the tech space, right? And he has been able to, over close to 8 years, he has been able to work closely with most of the OEM, like I mentioned, right? The staff manager, also in Africa as a whole, also selling IT products, right? We're talking also with giants, also in the tech space, right? In the tech space also. Joshua is also an author, right? Author of a book known as Who Am I? Right? You could just do research. He's on Amazon and also some digital publishing platforms. And Joshua is the fourth son of Reverend Kenneth Ekwemuka, right? Yeah, that's just basically everything. In summary of the book. One major thing I want to be remembered for is I came, I imparted life, I conquered, and I left. I repeat that. I came, I impacted lives, I conquered, and I left. Right? Because for me, life is all about impact. Right? If you're not impacting, then you're not living. Right? We don't just come to earth just to get and feed ourselves and our immediate family. Right? The neighboring people we stay with, our community, should be able to feel our impact. So that when we go, they say, oh, there was a man who lived. Right? On earth. So, yeah, life of impact.